sort of red light just to make sure that I don't say anything that gets to live on TV. Live on TV.
We are live right now, just so you know. Right,
What?
so, yeah, we're live. Look, guys, I've explained this many times. We are live on Extreme Improv. We are live on Geek Battle. And look, it says it's working now. But, who knows how long it'll work for, because we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. Oh, joy. Oh, well. Right, it is what it is. So, it's definitely live on YouTube, I believe. But
by the way,
Geek Battle.
It's David. It's the 9th, not the 4th.
What? I don't care. I don't care. Jesus, I don't care. Like I did an update and now it's reverted back to whatever. Right. Anyway, so this is Geek Battle. We're going to be discussing all kinds of things. There are going to be new movies that we're going to be discussing, new video games that we're going to be discussing. And all kinds of other things in between. But here's the intro. Okay, the intro didn't work. It keeps happening to me. Straighten me up.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC. Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel. It cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream. Nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We got the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say Hitler's a Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie that's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Marvel and Disney will blink. And we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6. And everyone watch out, cause oh shit is thick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse their crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. It's the Geek Battle! Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Johnny Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo. But in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
And that's the show. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so we're starting a bit late. I've got 3 shows tonight. It's all crazy because there is a live Extreme Improv.
What's the third one?
Tomorrow, Extreme Improv. So Extreme Improv will be live on stage tomorrow night at the Camden Comedy Club. Buy tickets. But because of that, I'm having to cram everything into tonight. So we are going to get quickly through our introductions, and then we're going to discuss all kinds of everything. Dave, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people. My name is Dave MC here in Paris, France, and my geek fact this week: Resurrection of the Daleks has the highest body count in Doctor Who, with a total of 53 on-screen deaths.
Wait, didn't they blow up half the universe in the Doctor Who flux?
I don't recall that.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Didn't the Master turn everyone into himself?
No,
okay, so
on-screen deaths.
On-screen.
53,
so when you see the Earth explode, you don't realise that we're all in it.
Yeah.
Age of Metal, like, what about that one with the parallel Earth, with the...
That's a parallel Earth. That's
the
parallel Earth.
Cybersmen.
That is a parallel Earth, and that is Cybermen. Those are not humans. Human on-screen deaths.
Okay. No, okay, so which episode?
Resurrection of the Daleks.
Okay, that's interesting to know. But bonus point. Capelthave, say hello to the people.
Hail from the land of leopards, elephants, and crocodiles. It's me, Capital Dave, and I am without my intro because StreamYard.
Well, no, it's just because Slam Jam overran, basically. Right.
The David. Oh,
Yes.
Slam Jam. What geek fact should I give? Okay. One of the geek facts that I can give, because I'm now watching Devil May Cry and all that, is that there's actually cool nicknames for Dante's demonic brother, Virgil. He is known as the Rising Storm. Although Dante does not have such nicknames. Virgil's literal theme is the approaching storm or the rising storm. But for Dante, it's Devil Trigger, and that just means it's transformation that everyone does. But when I just Googled to try to find like a cool catchphrase for Dante, it came out, Virgil is the storm and Dante is the flame. So that fits with this red outfit and everything.
Okay, good to know. Tim, we can perhaps hear you. We haven't heard you yet, but we cannot see you. Say hello to the people.
I think it's bro. He's getting into the car, so it's fine.
Okay, that's fine. And he's gone. Right. Okay, that was a great intro. Okay, Dev, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people. And my geek fact is, I'm gonna piggyback off Cappy Faith here. Dante does actually have a nickname. And it's a very well-known nickname. Like, literally, you can Google it and it's true. It's literally called the Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man.
I thought that was Peter Parker in the Sam Raimi films.
Wacky Woohoo Pizza Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely come up with Devil May Cry. What is the background to that name?
Because Dante lives off of pizza and ice cream sundaes.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
Because he's wacky, he loves woohoo, and he's a pizza man.
Where do they establish that in the games?
He's broke all the time, and the only thing he can afford is pizzas and ice cream sundaes.
Wait, but how can he
gave him
afford
that
pizza
name?
if he is broke?
He can get off a tab for ice cream sundaes and pizzas. That's the only explanation they give.
Oh my gosh. Well,
No one else might have for him.
maybe I won't
see,
play
like,
Devil May
visual
Cry
radio.
after all.
Devil May Cry is awesome. Start with Devil May Cry 3.
No.
You don't know!
It's the
Start with
prequel!
number
It's
one.
the
It's
prequel!
like I'm gonna read Lord of the Rings and you start with the Two Towers.
Yes, if the Two
Prisoner
Towers
of
is the
Azkaban.
original story. 3 is the prequel to 1 and 2.
But then surely it will give.
Wait, is it?
The problem with prequels is
Yeah.
that they're going to reveal something that you know that you discover later.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily.
I think all of them do. Like even Lord of the Rings, when they did The Hobbit, which wasn't a prequel, they kind of made it so that if you watched it, it would kind of spoil things in Lord of the Rings. So
That's my pet peeve for that.
yeah.
It surely spoiled the Legolas, who was not even supposed to be in there.
Well, exactly. Okay, now think warm thoughts. Tim, can you hear us? StreamYard. Right. Okay. Now, guys, let's go straight on to some hot takes. What have people
I would
said?
like to not the hot take, but like we're sort of breaking news. Like someone mentioned during Slam Jam, Universal in London.
Yeah, Universal Studios, theme park in London. I'm going to be honest, unless they put a section in it which is Super Nintendo Land, I'm out. Right.
It's basically going to be Harry Potter World, isn't it?
Can I ask a dumb question? It's in Bedford, right? Is Bedford near London? I know it sounds really dumb.
I'll bring up a map. Oh, I've never
I
had
know
to
it
play
sounds
this
really
before.
dumb. But
Right.
no, I didn't know
Because
that. Because I always thought
it.
it was like more in like the middle.
I'm
I'll
not
show
taking
you.
a
I'll
cab
show
there,
you.
so
So look, I'll show you where Bedford is.
I'm not really helping my case saying that I'm British, am I?
Okay, hang on. I just need
You
to
are
make
it's
sure.
close to it's like 30 miles
Shut
You're
away.
up.
not French and you know it.
Shut up, Cap.
So, let's
Green
see.
Arrow.
1 second. I just need to make sure.
Oh, that made it be quiet.
You never know with like Google Maps, it might just display how far is it to your home, and then just like I don't want it to display home or anything like this. Okay, good. Okay,
Would you like to know the travel routes to get there?
About 16 hours.
Okay, so look, so here is Bedford.
Yes.
And then it's like Watford. Here is central London. So you know, there's Luton, like Luton Airport, obviously, all the way to London. You know, so there's Northampton, Cambridge. You know, is it a good location? Like in between London and Birmingham, but for serving the UK, that's one thing. But this is going to get people from all over Europe coming over, and they'll be able to day trip it, basically.
Yeah, that's a good thing though, isn't it? Having a Universal in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Jesus, like Disneyland Paris. It's like my whole life. It's been like, if you want to go to like a big theme park thing like they have in America, that was the only choice.
Yeah.
Legoland?
Sorry?
Legoland?
Oh,
How do you compare Disneyland to Legoland?
I would say Legoland wasn't that advertised. You'd see like maybe one advert on one channel.
I don't think
in
it
the
compares. I don't even think it's like, yeah, you've got
I
like
don't think
Alton Towers.
no one wants to be plastic blocks. No one wants to be plastic blocks.
Like Lego is big, but like I just don't think Alton Towers and Legoland compare to Universal Studios or Disneyland.
Yeah, but like Universal has like, I know that in Universal Park in Japan has Harry Potter World, so that's going to be there.
Yeah, they're going to have a Harry Potter area.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they'll have a big Harry Potter area. The interesting thing is, I've been to the one in Florida, and it kind of repeats some of it. Obviously, when you go to the Universal, not Universal Studios, the studio tour of Wizarding World Studio Tour in England, it doesn't have like rides and things. Whereas when you go to Universal Studios, it's got rides, but then it's got like Diagon Alley and stuff like this. So it's going to probably be a blend of that. Gosh, Universal Studios, like I hope they have a Back to the Future ride. Everything that they shut down over the years, that you know you've seen, like the Terminator 2 one, I want them just to cart them over here.
Yay!
That's what I want.
That'd be good.
What I don't want is to go there and it be like Minions or some shit like this.
Oh,
I don't want to go. I don't know who
You've
made
said it
Minecraft.
now. You've
We'll
thrown
get
it into the
Minecraft.
ether. It's
It
gonna
would
happen.
most likely be Minions, considering the current market. But
everything's a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. Tim, hello.
Hello. Hey, sorry, I've been quiet. I apologize.
No, it's all good. Are you good, Tim?
He's in the car.
Yes. I'm currently traveling from Connecticut to Rhode Island.
What are you doing that for?
So I am in the car.
Hey, he's podcasting while driving.
Sorry?
Are you podcasting while driving?
It's Geeks
I'm not
in the car.
podcasting. I'm on a phone call.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, coming to us live from Rhode Island to Connecticut, it's Tim!
Okay, so
Hey, get out of the way, you fucking Jesus, what the hell? Why are you driving like that? Oh, sorry.
It's all right. So look, it's the Florida one. They've got Harry Potter, The Mummy, Simpsons. Is cool.
The Mummy.
The Simpsons area is cool. You can go to the Quickie Mart and actually get a squishy.
Isn't that like processed hot dogs made into ice cream or something?
I love the squish. I have a cup that's like a squishy cup somewhere.
That's fascinating.
Okay.
I do wonder what happens if Voldemort meets the Wicked Witch.
They just go, hello, hello, and that's it.
Okay, the thing that shocked me though, until I got there, like this was like 2019, and it's like you can actually order a squishy from the Quickie Mart. I was like, I've got to do this. But they were like, this is the only place where you can get a squishy branded Slurpee. And I didn't realize that a squishy, because that's all I've heard in The Simpsons. In America, still got Slam Jam behind me, just realized, right? But in America, they were just a knockoff of the actual thing, which is called a Slurpee. I didn't know that. I just I want a squishy.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. You don't get squishes. What do we get in the UK? What's the closest we get? A slush puppy. That's the only weird thing you get from anyway.
None of these things sound appetizing.
All it is, Cap, is it's just ice with food dye in it. That's it.
That's all the Slurpee is. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, but so like Men in Black, I'm sure there's going to be some really cool. Like they've got to have Jurassic World. Like they should do Jurassic Park, but they'll probably do Jurassic World if they make everything modern.
Yes.
They're going to probably have a photo op with the free raptors, so you could do the crisp pose.
Yeah, well, let's see what it says, actually.
Universal is also Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They
Oh my god, Universal has so much.
Yeah.
They have
they
have the
like this, right?
Monsterverse.
So this is
they have.
Look at that thing. That's
Look at it.
gorgeous.
But you don't get a sense from it what any of the attractions are going to be.
Think of it like this: anything Disney doesn't own, Universal does.
Yeah.
They don't have Looney Tunes.
Yet.
Well, nice.
That
No,
may be what
Universal's,
Looney Tunes are
Universal, great. That is good news. Now, guys, we can come back to this, or we can hover around it still. I saw the Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
And you haven't seen Devil May Cry yet. David,
No, I
take away
haven't,
your
but I saw
Capcom
Minecraft.
license.
Yeah, you're right. Cap, you're
And
right.
how was Minecraft?
I'm not going to lie, there's some aspects to it that are enjoyable enough, but what ruined it for me is I was the oldest person in there, probably by about 20 years, and at various times, Jack Black would just say something like, I forget what others will be able to tell me what it is, but it was just like, bones and steel, and then everyone started clapping, and I was like, what's going on? I thought I was under attack. I didn't know what sudden loud noises
It's
around
probably
me
a
were.
meme that you forgot to look up.
I didn't get any of this shit. Like, it was the most video game movie I've ever seen. So,
Yeah.
like, they'd be like, oh, let's cut down a tree, and then they wouldn't cut it down, and it would turn into a cube, and then they'd put this cube onto a table, and it would turn into an object. Now, this would be like if you saw the Resident Evil movie, and they're suddenly like, they get to a door, and instead of kicking it down, they're like a carving of armor, and then they go over and open up a big chest, and then inside it, there's like different objects from another part of the mansion.
Be honest, David, that would be still better than the Resident Evil movies that they did, okay?
Quite possibly.
More entertaining, I'll say that much.
But, like, genuinely, like, I had to try to block out everyone else around me because it was It was just, yeah, exactly. Voxel, but anyway, right, it was crazy how loud the people were. Now, I went for a screening which had as fewer people there as possible, but they were just loud. I didn't get all of these references at all.
Finally, David met more of my people, Gen Z.
Yeah, exactly. Right, Dev, did you see this?
I did, and I can explain. I've saw it several times in the cinema, outside the cinema. It was amazing, and I can explain why it's so popular. This is Gen Z's Endgame / Rocky Horror Picture Show at the same time.
Wait, I didn't understand that. Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes. It's something you go to with your friends where you can laugh and talk about it during the movie.
Yeah.
And like it's like a movie with audience participation, more like.
Oh.
Is it meant to be though? Is that their intention?
Yeah. Because
it's like having Dora the Explorer appear in a Godzilla movie and go, "Hey guys, Godzilla needs our help. Can you say, go Godzilla, go?"
It's basically
hooray!
They've been waiting for this movie for a decade. This movie was announced a decade ago, and the hardcore Minecraft fans have been waiting for this movie for a decade. And it's extremely accurate to the games. It's a combination of they released 3 different games, like Minecraft Legends, Minecraft and something else, and they've combined elements of all 3 games into this movie, and it's full of like references to like YouTubers and like the game lore itself, and features
so many memes.
references of the arse of everything Minecraft did ever.
Okay, so is because I've played the game for all of like 7 minutes, because I'm just like, this looks like a Sega Saturn game. It's shit. Also, it's like all I've got to do is like do Lego in 3D and make art of like, oh look, I've made this shack. It's like, where's the storyline? Right?
There isn't one.
There is one.
There is.
Yeah.
Well,
In Legends there is.
well, I'm
Yeah,
sure
they've
Legends,
adapted
well,
that to.
perhaps
They've
I'm
combined
too
that with
OG.
Minecraft.
I might be a bit too OG. I'll admit it's many years
Yeah.
since I played it. But what Jason Momoa is so Steve? I get that. I've got like a Nintendo amiibo of Steve somewhere, right? But what is? Jason
I can explain
Momoa?
this. I can explain this. So in Minecraft, there's like several types of players. There's the creative player. There's the competitive player. There's the streamer. There's the like first time player who's casual, right?
Yeah.
And every character in the show represents a type of player. Steve is Steve. Jason Momoa's character is based off Billy Mitchell, the former Pac-Man champion.
Is he
Yes.
really? But
Yeah.
wow. But
And
not in his
he is the
personality
competitive
or
player.
anything though.
No, he is. No, it is his personality. Like,
It's game persona, I believe.
like it's a good combination of. They self-refer say this. It's a combination of Billy Mitchell and Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, yeah, exactly. I see the Macho Man aspect there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the competitive gamer part is Billy Mitchell, the Pac-Man champion.
Okay, fair enough.
And
I am the one Gen Z who did not play Minecraft and didn't even care about
Yeah.
this movie, but probably
Okay, I'll tell you
understand
what he
most of the
reminded me
references.
more of. Okay, has anyone here seen Kingpin with Woody Harrelson?
no.
Oh, say like he would come in and he's sort of like dancing to do bowling and stuff like this, and it was like just like he's like thinks he's really cool at doing this, like doing bowling. And I was like, this guy comes in, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be really good at the video games sort of thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his shop though. I was like scanning, I was looking at the shop because he'd got like
Yeah.
all kinds of retro consoles and that. You know, a couple
Because
that I don't
even-
have in my collection.
Even like the banner that says World Champion, it's the same font as the Nintendo World Championships.
Yes, I did see that actually. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
spot that.
So all four characters are like show the like different types of game, different ways of playing Minecraft.
Okay, so but hang on. So when you say the four characters, so there's the two children. Then
Jack
there's
Black and more.
I don't know any of them. So there's the boy that looks like Paul Rudd as a child.
Yeah.
Then there's his sister.
Yeah.
Then there's the Jason Momoa, and then there's that
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
So which one is which?
Okay. So the kid that looks like Paul Rudd is the creative one. He has wild imagination. He can think of solutions to problems that others can't.
That's
So
how
probably,
I play. That's
like,
how I
Dave
play.
plays.
That's how it is.
And Momoa is the competitive, like serious one.
Okay, so just so you understand what I'm talking about, look at this
Yeah.
kid, and isn't it just Ant-Man as a child?
Yeah.
He genuinely looks like him.
Like, yeah,
Oh my
it does.
god!
Yeah, he actually looks like.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Has Paul Rudd just gone into the Fountain of Youth between Ant-Man films?
Well, it's actually he's aging the wrong direction.
I think going in and out of the quantum realm.
Well, yeah, exactly. This is Quantum Realm, Ant-Man.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's because basically like Steve is Steve, like he is the everyman. The Paul Rudd kid is the creative one. The sister is the first time player, and I can't remember what the woman was.
I don't
I
even
can't
know
remember how she
who her character was. So was she like the school teacher? Who was the school teacher? How did she know them?
No, Emma, the girl was a school teacher. The
So
woman
she was the school teacher.
Yes.
Wait, the girl was the sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she. Oh, okay. So she was the school teacher. He was the new student. He ran a video game shop. He is just Steve. And who was she?
She runs a pet shop or something. I
How
can't
did she
remember.
get involved?
She's their neighbor.
Oh, so she's the neighbor. I was going to be honest. I was not paying a lot of attention to this film.
Yeah. And
I love the
like
fact
how-
that it's
Imagine
like half an hour.
I was going to ask if you fell asleep.
I
Also, I would
did,
like to
Tim.
point-
I did. It was
at
wonderful.
the very at the
But
very
then they
beginning as
started
well.
clapping constantly.
Mm.
Right.
At the very
I
beginning,
love the fact that like, the huge proportion of the show is Dev basically explaining Minecraft lingo to David, who understood none of the movie. And
So,
like, what's
at the very
going
beginning,
on
when they
here
were
with
at
all
the-
these noises in this
um,
theater?
when they were at the like the auction for the storage room, right? At the very beginning, when he buys the like the stuff from the like storage place or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The other people he was bidding against are all Minecraft YouTubers as well.
Nerds. Right. Says me on a show called Geek Battle. Right.
Outdated nerds.
Yeah. Oh dear. No. Okay. Good.
I prefer the term dork.
Dork. Oh my God. Dork Battle would be
Only-
a good show.
Yes.
Dork battle.
Yeah.
Also, like him being stuck in another
Dork struggle, please.
Dork struggle. I like.
Like Steve being stuck in the game is a sort of a reference to Jumanji as well.
Yeah, that was totally. Yeah, it was exactly. This movie was Jumanji, and it had got the guy from Jumanji in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
like
blonde girl who got stuck in Jack Black's body started to play Minecraft now. She's got
Wait, that sounds a really dodgy sentence. What are you talking about?
no, that's true.
That's the
I know it comes out with it, but
Yeah.
Welcome to Rhode Island.
Welcome to Rhode Island.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
What would you
So-
give it out of 5, Dev? If well, you saw it many times apparently.
like 5.
You give it 5 out of 5.
Yes.
This was
What
a
did you
2.5
say?
out
It's
of
the most
5 movie
accurate.
just because
It's
it's Jack
the most
Black was
accurate
doing
video
Jack
game
Black
movie ever
stuff.
made. It is the most accurate video game movie ever made.
I would agree with that, but that isn't necessarily a good thing.
And
That's
the best part
because
is right.
that's the only game that you were not interested in, Dave.
The final battle ended
David.
up referencing Natural Libre as well.
It did.
Yeah,
How?
like the baby on the chicken did the splash from
Oh yeah.
Natural
yeah, yeah.
Libre.
Yeah,
But then
there
Jack
was
Black,
like
like,
a scene
tackled
in
him in
this where they
midair.
were in a wrestling ring suddenly. I think that was when I
Yes.
fell asleep because I kind of didn't know how they ended up there.
Because Jason Momoa had to fight one of the famous enemies from the game. The chicken jockey is a really, really famous enemy from the game.
The chicken donkey.
Chicken jockey.
Oh,
As in
the
a horse
chicken
jockey.
jockey. Yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah.
they were clapping for that too.
It was like a really famous enemy from the game.
Oh. Well, I'm pleased for Jack Black still going
Yeah.
strong in his career.
And I don't know if you saw the pig with the crown.
I did.
He was a very famous Minecraft player who passed away due to cancer.
Oh, that's sad.
Ah.
He was like, "Who is the guy?
Yeah.
Is he a king?" He was like, "No, he's a legend."
Okay, well, yeah, that I appreciate stuff like this. So, just in terms of accuracy, can we explain just how this is meant to be this?
No,
Because
bloody
they wanted
idea.
to like combine elements of like Jumanji as well. So it showed him being stuck in the game and aging in the game, and look like that.
Okay,
Before,
but like,
he was
but
The
stuck in
camera adds 10 pounds.
Right, no, but here's the thing.
The
So how many cameras are on Jack
So-
Black?
Tim, 10
If you're
blocks.
making a movie adaptation, if you're making a movie adaptation, you may say, well, this is what the avatar in the game looks like. This is what we're gonna cast. But then they had a character that actually looked like this.
Yeah.
But then why doesn't
Yeah.
Jack Black actually
Because
look like
Steve,
that?
no,
Because
because
he's
he's human.
Jack Black.
He's human. The others aren't. Like,
But
He's
how
not-
is Steve
he's from
human
Earth.
here?
But the other thing's not human.
no, he's from Earth. That's why.
How are you not getting this? This is meme logic.
Why didn't they just look? They already did a really good Minecraft sort of film. It's called Minecraft Story Mode by Telltale Games. They already
Yeah,
did a
and-
good Minecraft thing.
And
What's
elements from that are in the movie.
I'd rather have that than the movie because the movie looks shit.
I'll be
The movie
honest,
is
the
great.
movie
You
wasn't
know, it's
the
a-
worst thing in the world. It was just the children there. It made me afraid and want to come home and have some cocoa and go to bed.
Yeah, no, basically,
I
this
need something
is
stronger than
basically
that.
their end game and their Rocky Horror Picture Show. it's gonna be like a massive audience participation thing.
Wow. Okay, well, good for them.
Okay, kids, we need to fight the end dragon.
Okay, this is like we can move on from this, but I will share this story. I was about 30 minutes into this film, and I went onto my phone to look up does a Minecraft movie or whatever it's called have a post-credit scene, and then I read that it has two. I read what happened in them during the movie just to work out if I was gonna stay. And as soon as the ending credits rolled, I was sat right in a corner where I went to hide, but I had to climb over the legs of all these young people as I was leaving.
Okay, so
I did not wait that out.
The first they did it. Okay, so I admit that they did that in the wrong order. They put the bad one first, and then they put the joke one first, which although explains why a missing character, a famous actor was cast, but said nothing until like the end of the.
Okay, who was this
post-credit
famous?
scenes.
Because okay, that was this dude, wasn't it? Who did the voice?
Let me double check because I remember it was someone famous, but I can't remember the name.
It was Squidward in human form.
I see what you mean.
That's what would
It's
happen
Matt
if we
Berry.
got a live action Squidward.
Matt Berry.
Yeah,
I know that name.
it's YT crowd.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wait, wasn't there a thing that he was going to play Steve and then? Yeah, it was.
Because originally he was going to play Steve and Jack Black was going to play a pig.
Oh, why did that not go well?
Not sure.
Like, literally, he's never going to get as
But-
big a role as that.
Here's the thing, right? The second post-credit scene is much better. If you saw that, you see that? Or...
No,
Okay, so in the games, there's a second character called Alex.
that's the girl.
At the end of Minecraft movie, Steve decides to go home and goes next door to his neighbor, who's Alex,
Oh.
setting up the sequel, saying
Yeah.
you should come with me.
Well, I can't wait for that to come out in another 10 years' time. But obviously, look, they're just going to bring this out soon. Go on, Tim.
No, sorry, I just did a quick chuckle, like, haha.
Right, awesome. Guys, look, as much as I love the Minecraft franchise, let's talk about some other things. What other hot takes do we have?
So I wasn't here last week, but I want to quickly mention one thing about the Switch 2. Imagine you're a disabled person and wants to escape, like have some escapism from reality, from being feeling disabled, etc., etc.
Yeah.
You turn on your Switch, you start up a game, and then suddenly it's wheelchair basketball.
Wheelchair basketball. Yeah, we were speaking about that game. What's that game called?
I have no idea. I just
Okay, so, but what did you think of the trailer, like the double mouse action?
it's good, but they could have done anything else, like graffiti, like
Oh my
Mario
God.
Paint 2.
Do you know what? Jet Set Radio. That would have been awesome. Where, yeah.
Yeah, they could have done anything, but why wheelchair basketball?
I mean, like, why not? Like, I mean, probably they would like. Is this a brand new concept, like a video game where you use two mice at the same time?
Yeah,
that's how you beat PC
well, the
players.
Wii,
You get
the Wii
two
did it,
mice.
but the Wii kind of did it.
The Wii kind of
But,
did it. No, it didn't. You didn't have a mouse on the Wii.
No, but like with the controller, with the controller.
Yeah. But no, but that's like two mice at the same time.
That's like having one mouse to shoot and one mouse to move the camera in like a first-person game.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
obviously, then you probably don't have enough buttons.
You ain't got enough fingers or motions to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Now, how do I walk
Yeah.
with this thing?
Okay.
Do I
so
move
Dev,
each mouse individually just to walk?
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, who here is getting a Nintendo Switch 2? I am. Wow,
How much do they
that was-
retail for?
insane. It's like £400.
So,
How come we just lost
Oh
count?
dear.
okay, so for America, double ordered in Europe.
Yep. Oh, in America it's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
shucks.
sorry.
Didn't
I'm sorry.
Didn't they actually delay? I was worried they were going to delay the actual console coming out, but didn't they delay
No.
it
In
coming?
the UK, they
pre-orders?
delayed the pricing.
So our glorious orange Cheeto-colored leader paused tariffs for 90 days. So he's gonna continue to play fast and loose with the economy. So I guess it isn't double the cost now. I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah. Last I checked, it was pushing like $600.
Wait, the price has gone up. Actually,
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, because of this whole thing, the price of the Switch 2 is shot up. Or like, I think it was a thing. There was a news article on it on like a gaming site where it said that that pre-ordered Nintendo Switch has gone up.
US price. Okay, hang on. Right, Nintendo Switch 2 price verdict in the US revealed following Trump tariffs. Oh my god.
Dun.
Oh, they better not change it in the UK.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They won't.
No.
What's it say? Pre-orders in the US. Wait, so steepest rates. Nintendo pulled Switch 2 pre-orders. Let's bring it up so we can scan it. Ah, Cap's back. Cap, you're back.
You're alive. Oh, he's gone again.
Shit, he's gone. Right, okay. China since it blah 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 blah. After retaliated blah blah blah. Nintendo in statement paused the pre-order. Consoles in the US were priced. $499 with Mario Kart. Whilst analysts say it claims the price will not be raised at launch, he says the cost of the Switch 2 likely to rise over the next 2 years. Didn't the price of the PS5 go up after a while?
I think it went up like after 3 months of it coming out.
That's crazy. Man, these things are so expensive now, it's insane. I remember when I got a Nintendo Wii, it was like £180. And in fact, I think the Nintendo GameCube, when they dropped its price before it came out, and it was like £130.
Okay, so it was weird. Like
I didn't catch that.
Send me a robot. You know, until Timber's Rex, I'll continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the Nintendo consoles, they're generally much cheaper because of their low production value.
Well,
because
they underpower things. So then, but then apparently this is relatively powerful. Not that they've confirmed everything yet.
Basically, with the GameCube, it was 129 at release.
Yeah.
With the Wii, it was 159.
I thought it was 179. I might be wrong though.
No, because what most people don't remember about the Wii is it sold out really fast, and it was the first time there was scarcity for the Nintendo consoles. Because the Wii was always sold out.
Yeah, no, I remember. But yeah, and then the Wii U was super expensive.
And nobody bought it.
Yeah.
And then Switch, everybody bought the Switch, but it was like normally priced. There wasn't a whole discounted Nintendo rate that every other console before it was. Because the 64 was $100 cheaper than the other ones. The Switch was cheaper than the other ones. Sorry. The Wii, the GameCube, and the 64.
When the N64 came out in the UK, they put it at £250. I think it was 2 months later they dropped £100 off, and loads of people were pissed.
Yeah.
Although
it was still £100 cheaper than the PS2 or PS1.
PS1 was the contemporary. Yeah. Okay. Dave, Cap, what's going on? Tell us things. I just feel like we've discussed Minecraft and now we're on Switch and you guys have
Yes, I'm about to take away your Capcom license for not watching Netflix's Devil May Cry. How can you, David? How can you, David? There were so many references to Resident Evil. You could have highlighted.
I wanted to say something about it, but I can't because David's not seen it.
Oh, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so they like a day before the show came out, they revealed the soundtrack, and like everyone was listed except Green Day. They were listed, but the track name was blanked out because the name of the track spoils the end of the show.
Yeah, the obviousness, the obviousness of the end. I would say
is the name
again,
of the
like
track?
if I
American Idiot.
American,
Yeah.
that spoils the end of the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the show ends with the American government invading hell.
Finally, some proactive action. That's what we really need to happen here.
and that was done by evil Batman for president.
Yeah.
and, I would say again, like my rating of this show is 7 out of 10. There are 3 main issues why I cannot give it a 10 out of 10. I have no issues with like they involving a slightly critique of stereotype like the American government and stuff like that. That's fine. You can add on to it. I don't care. But like the 3 main issues that I had with this is like one, they nerfed Dante a lot, but still, it's kind
They
of
had
fine.
to stretch it out for
Like-
6 episodes.
Sorry, Deb?
They had to stretch it out. If it was a regular power, it would be done in 1 episode.
Yeah, that is true. And also they kind of explain it because like Dante doesn't really know himself yet, and he's not really trying in most of the fights. And when he does try, again with like Papa Roach's song playing when he was like doing the chase scene, he's like kicking ass with all the demons. There are good moments of it, but like whenever a lady shows up, for some reason his powers just drop. It's like ah shit, this thing is not working anymore, and that little bit annoyed me. The other thing is like this is kind of weird place of leading into Devil May Cry 3, but for some reason has elements of Devil May Cry 1. The continuity issue will be really problematic, and this is the guy who says play Devil May Cry 3 first. I say that because it is the prequel, but again, like this game, this adaptation does have like continuity issues on it. And also, one thing they did with Virgil I did not like. I will not explain it because like that was spoiler thing. And the other thing about like they dedicated 1 episode to Lady for a flashback scene that was with the main villain of the story. And I don't think that was really needed. And that half a flashback scene could have been given to Dante and Virgil's backstory, other than showing Lady's backstory. I know she has a bigger role in this adaptation more than what she had in the games, but I'm okay with it. But I'm not okay with like 1 episode of the antagonist's backstory playing along with the side character's backstory. That should have been Dante's backstory. But still, it is a good show. I had a lot of fun. It was, I would say, the one way I would describe it, the way we would describe playing the Devil May Cry game. It's full of energy, it's full of pump, awesome soundtrack. Most of the fight scenes is good, and unhinged Bugs Bunny, who's the villain of the show, stole the show basically, and I'm okay with it because like he's just like he has become one of the memorable villains. I would say in Devil May Cry in general, I would say I can elevate him to the Joker status. And there are so many Resident Evil references, which I always like. And
what are the Resident Evil references?
Well, in the episode, Dante says to the guy who hires him for demon slaying jobs, he's just like, "This is the worst job you got me," and it's like, "Is it worse than Raccoon City?" And he said, "Okay, 3rd worst."
Wait, so how does he know about Raccoon City? How do they establish
He
that?
went to the Raccoon City while the incident.
Yeah, it's a Capcom shared universe now.
Capcom don't what? Where did this
Okay,
idea
I
come
went.
from?
I went to London. I was in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a shared universe. Like it may share that direction.
No,
Resident
no.
Evil ain't gonna have any.
So the director of Devil May Cry said in an interview that he'll make other Capcom things in the future, and they'll be in the same universe. And then the Netflix Capcom universe is all interconnected.
Although I would say I mean, like as an Easter egg, it's fine. But again, like if you go into like a seriousness of it, I think it will just like if you have Dante in like the Resident Evil universe, like the whole thing is over. Like the whole Resident Evil plot is over. Just send him to Raccoon City and the problem solved. I would say again, as an Easter egg, it works because we all know that we had the things like, is Dante meant to be Leon or stuff like that. So it kind of fell into that one. And also, I think Umbrella's corporation is also in this one, although it is run by a different guy. The other thing is also Solid Snake. Is it Capcom? Solid Snake?
No.
No.
Okay, then I mistook that.
Not
Because
everything
I
needs
felt
to
like
be a shared universe.
Sorry.
Not everything needs to be a shared universe. Guys.
No, but this guy's insane, and he wants to make it a shared universe.
I'm not sure he will go. I'm not sure he will go through it because, like, again, as an Easter eggs, it works, but as an actual thing, when you get into the story, it gets.
Okay, guys,
whacked.
let me ask you a slightly segued question there on that point. What do you think should be a shared universe, or what do you think shouldn't be? Like, so say obviously all of MCU is a shared universe. If you were like, just take Thor out and let him have his own thing where none of the others exist, like. So if you could remove someone from a shared universe, or if you think there's something like, obviously you could say, oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid should be in a Devil May Cry, but there's no reason why that would be shared. So is there something which could be connected that isn't where you think it should be? Dev.
This is not about that discussion, but you've suddenly got very 8-bit. Your quality is like really dropped.
My quality has dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
but
not
it's
the
not
way.
that.
He hasn't dropped, Dev. Maybe no, I don't know. I'll check out.
No, it's mine as well. Like for you as actually digitalizing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you look like
We'll soon
CCTV.
see. Hang on, let's. Just
I would
check
say
it out.
like if there has to be like shared universes, I say
Guys.
combined like a Max and Mars with TMNT.
I am
combined
looking
He-Man.
sweet and sexy there. Every single pixel
Yeah,
of me
he
looks good.
Looks fine on my screen.
Yeah. Okay, so who would we share up a universe with, or
TMNT and Biker Mice from Mars, He-Man and Thundercats.
Yeah,
In one?
Solid picks. Solid picks.
What, all in one universe?
No, not all in like Biker Mice and TMNT in one universe, He-Man and Thundercats in one universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Surf Sharks?
Surf sharks.
Yeah. Put him in.
Isn't there one called Surf Sharks?
Yeah.
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks, that's what it was.
Sharks. Okay, let's bring those guys up. That's,
Oh my god, I remember
oh
those.
my god, I haven't seen these in so many years.
Because Street Sharks were like humans turned into sharks.
I'm trying to think of like what was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles knockoff, and it had to be
Hey, there
like,
you
There's like a
are.
lot of them. There's like a lot of them.
yeah.
Wait, did they make a movie of this?
No.
Oh my
Hopefully
god,
not.
that looks good.
I think Biker Mice was the only successful one after TMNT. Street Shark only had like one season or something like that, right?
No, Street Sharks like 3 seasons.
Oh wow. Have you guys seen Biker Mice?
Biker Mice from Mars, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I went outdoors.
Wait, you haven't seen the Biker Mice from Mars?
I went outdoors. I
And touch-
climbed trees.
I rode my bike around the block. Man, no.
You know what needs a shared universe? He-Man and She-Ra.
Hang
Yeah.
on, but they do share a universe.
Exactly.
So do you not want them to?
Now I want them to. Like, that's a good, like... And plus, it's kind of weird, but I kind of want them to put G.I. Joe into that universe.
With He-Man?
Yeah, because
G.I. Joe would
How?
get slaughtered.
they
They've
had...
got guns. They'll come up against
They-
Skeletor, and Skeletor would wipe them all out.
I don't know, they had a crossover, like, figure series. But then again, so did Street Fighter.
You just
I
get,
love
you
the
just get like Skeletor killing all of the G.I. Joe team. G.I. Joe. Oh shit.
Okay.
No.
Tim,
Imagine, like, going off to, like, Skeletor's making this whole big invasion of, like, Eternia, and just get sniped by someone from G.I. Joe.
well, maybe. Tim.
I have a
I
question.
love
Was Michael Bay's Transformers movie actually sharing the live action G.I. Joes and Transformers?
Huh.
Michael Bay also did Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No,
He
but
did.
they could.
From my understanding, he took a
We
giant
don't talk
dump
about
on it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
but
talk
Megan
about
Fox
that.
has been in both.
Like Alan Richardson, I remember Alan Richardson, who's Reacher. He was in an interview and he was talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the live action movie.
and how they cut so many corners and didn't pay the actors to do the job. And like
that's not the only corners they cut, Tim. They made Master Splinter learn ninjutsu from a book. From a book.
Yeah, but he did that in one of the courses as well.
Interesting.
No.
But it's weird how they had Alan Ritchson, but they used Stephen Amell for Casey Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think Alan Ritchson would work for Casey Jones either. I mean, like, Casey Jones. No, it wouldn't. He doesn't have hair. Okay, Casey Jones is like,
it's called a wig.
Okay, wig would have been fine. Like Rambo meets Jason, that's Casey Jones. Okay?
Yes, and that's Reacher.
That's not Reacher. Reacher is a squared cut military guy.
Who was the old Casey Jones? Did he play in SVU like Law and Order?
Green Arrow.
Okay.
No. So in the 90s, they cast a good guy for Casey Jones. That guy was awesome, and I think he also wearing a wig.
He was a stoner. He was like a stoner hippie guy. How was that accurate?
It's accurate. He's a whacked out freak show who beats up people on the streets. He even beat up Raph.
But he was chilling, like he wasn't like serious and shit. He was like cool and chilling. He was like Michelangelo on a Raph.
No,
Sorry?
Okay, here's the original movie Casey Jones. Like this dude.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
He was awesome.
He acts more like Michelangelo than Raphael, though.
I thought he was cool. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, he was. I mean, like, he's cool, but the Green Arrow guy, terrible for Casey Jones. He's not cool at all. I would say, like, Reacher, I don't know. I still don't think he could play someone like Casey Jones. Although I did see a video, some sort of, like, the versus battle things. They casted John Morrison as Casey Jones, and I think that's pretty good.
No.
Johnny Nitro. Fine, David. Johnny Nitro.
No. That was a terrible idea.
No, it was quite good, David. You should check that out.
No,
it was Casey Jones.
Where did we see this? Didn't we watch this like a week ago?
Did we?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I remember sharing it in Slam Jam. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah, then that's where I saw it. Yeah, no, that was terrible.
I just saw Severance, the first 2 seasons of it. Have you guys seen that yet?
Never seen.
I know everyone's talking about it.
They are.
Oh my god! All I want to do is in the 3rd season is I want to be the security guy because I love what happens to the security guy at each season. It's awesome.
Or what?
I'm not going to give that away, but it's hilarious, and I want a hilarious character. So Ben Stiller, if you need a security guy, I can be that. So
he has the mustache.
I have a mustache. What's your point?
But no, you've got a goatee. You're going for like the original master.
The master
from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Does anyone know when?
I used to have a mustache.
Right. You did, Cap. You did. But
does anyone know when Billy Madison 2 is coming out?
This is what Dave is going for at the moment. Dave, can you get some like Tipex? Just like here and here.
Just a white and side.
Yes, do it.
Well, I have to start talking like him as well then.
Please.
Oh my god.
How does he sound?
Come, David. We're both friends here.
Egalitarian.
No. Jesus, isn't Doctor Who starting again very soon?
Yes.
When is that?
April 13th, I think.
Oh my god, that's this weekend.
I think so.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
I think.
David, you have to see Devil May Cry first, and then Doctor Who.
Look, I got a better idea, Cap. Why don't you go outside and dig a hole, and I'm going to go get a beer.
Hang on.
Yes. That worked out well the last time.
That is not a sonic screwdriver. That is not a screwdriver.
That is a pleasure device.
A what? A pleasure device.
I was going to say something else.
I'm not going to lie. This has given me a lot of pleasure so far. Best £30 I ever spent.
Wow.
No, I didn't spend that.
You got a phone from Men in Black.
Yeah. No, I agree. It looks like a mouse. It looks like a mouse. You need 2 of them, and then you could play on the Switch.
Speaking of Men in Black, have you guys seen
smoking when
the?
they thought that that was a good idea? In all honesty, they should do what they did to the Fifth Doctor and smash that thing into oblivion.
I'll tell you something. It's not the worst. Now, guys, I would never normally disparage this show, but the show Sliders had a worse design choice in it, which I'm going to share with you.
Well, what's that, David?
Well, hang on. So, has anyone here even vaguely seen anything of Sliders?
I have.
No.
Okay, so the idea of
Chromax.
it is yes, Tim. Right now,
Yeah.
the idea is that they go from they jump from one dimension to another and they slide through like a wormhole. And
It's not just small cheeseburgers sold at a restaurant.
yeah. Now here's the thing. They have like a device which is the control that allows them to go in it, and they can put in the coordinates, at least in theory, until it goes wrong. And I'm going to show you what it looked like. So this here was the timer, as they called it. It would count down, and then they'd use this dial, and then it would open a wormhole.
Okay.
Halfway through the show, they got a new one, which was clearly a Sega Genesis gamepad. Like, blatantly a Sega Genesis gamepad.
I don't like it.
Let me show you a Sega Genesis gamepad, guys. So this. They literally just got a Sega Genesis gamepad. And this was on like a television program where it was so obviously just really poorly redesigned, it was mocked heavily. Why they did something so cheap and nasty, it's like they broke the original prop and was like, what can we use? But yeah, so that was a lot worse than this.
I don't. No, I can't with that thing. I can't.
Don't put that thing in your ear. You're gonna get brain cancer. or
I
something.
just feel like the sonic screwdriver now has just become a get easily tool, and it can, it's always do anything now. Yeah, that one annoyed the hell out of me.
This one annoyed the hell out of you.
The design is cool, but the fact that I'm going to draw a force field in. I know he's constantly upgrading it, but he's pretty much now made it a tool that can do anything, including disrupt Dalek technology, which is impossible.
Well, that just comes down to like the lazy writing. Like people have said for a long time that something like this, it's just like, oh, it gets him out of any situation.
Yeah, he just turns up, waves a screwdriver, and then goes home.
Well, what can I say? I still don't think we answered though. Like, what? Like, if you could, okay, let's say if you could remove someone from a shared universe, so they have their own thing, who would it be?
She-Hulk.
RoboCop.
She-Hulk.
Daffy Duck.
Who's RoboCop in a shared universe with?
He's actually been in a shared universe with the Terminator.
In the comics.
Yeah, not in a movie though. Like only in.
Yeah, but I take RoboCop and just put him in anything.
I can't remember. Are they doing a new RoboCop that's got Peter Weller in it? The original RoboCop.
I don't think so.
I think they're doing the game.
Let's look this up. I'm sure that because they did the reboot of RoboCop, which a lot of people didn't like. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, that's fine. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
Oh,
hate
it's
it at all.
okay.
It was
They make
okay.
him like a soldier. Like he was faster than he was in the original.
Although
Well, yeah,
I
that's
would
because
say,
he got a £100 suit on.
although I
Stop
would
in the
say,
name of the law.
I would say like the original RoboCop was like made by the guy who made like what is that, Starship Soldier and everything. So he's very heavy on like satire and over violence and stuff like that. Which was not a thing in the new reboot. But I think new reboot can be watched by kids, so maybe there's something to that.
Oh my
Will you
god,
ask
no.
a question?
RoboCop should not be a kid's show. Like,
It was a kid
There's a
show.
lot-
no,
Yeah.
but it should not be.
I'm sorry. What?
It was. There
Like-
was a cartoon named RoboCop. They used to play it on TV.
Maybe a cartoon is one thing, but I remember that they did a TV show of RoboCop, and it was just so weak. It was just,
Yeah.
it didn't have any of like the oomph. Now, here's going to be, if people are fans of RoboCop, which I certainly am, the first movie is fantastic. The second movie is really quite bleak. It's a bit like I don't actually like it loads, but the third film suddenly was just like this annoying kid and that, and then every TV movie or TV series that they've done since was just like dire. And then when they did the reboot, I thought it was all right. But what they need to go back to is the tone of the original. But the problem with RoboCop, in my opinion, I've said this before, is that it's a story without any hope. Now, nowadays, they could do the idea of, oh, like Alex Murphy, we can use new technology to rebuild your body and give you your life back. He needs to have some purpose, or it can't just be that they've erased his memory and he doesn't even remember his family, because now he's just a dead guy in a suit. You know,
and what's wrong with
that?
dystopian stories? The dystopian stories used to be the thing. They were always the cool setting to do more violent shit. I mean, like Judge Dredd, they did a movie, like I think that was also very recent, which was like more violent than the one that came out in the 90s with
God, that
like
was 10
Stallone.
years ago now. That's the one with Carl.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, the one that came out in the 80s, it was better than
The Sylvester Stallone.
What would you prefer? Like, I am the law, or I am the law.
Okay, that film could have been better. The only thing that ruined it was like, what's his name? Like Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Rob
Schneider.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's Rob Schneider.
you can do it.
The three seashells. Oh no, that's not. That's Rob Schneider. Another one.
That is,
That's Demolition Man. That film is awesome.
That is a good film.
But
I
actually,
like
there used to be a lot of good for like dystopian things. I think the dystopian things were. I don't know why it's lost on us. Like
I know
maybe-
why it's also thing because real life is worse than anything they can imagine.
That could be. That could be.
It's real life feels like a movie in that we have all these technologies and accessibility to it, but for some reason we're not feeling fulfilled in life. I guess like the old RoboCop had that feeling.
Well, that's because Tim, the movie's already told you that's the reason why. It's the corporations.
Well,
It's the
I had a
greedy
laugh.
corporations.
I had a laugh because I've actually, this was going to be a hot take. I started playing Terminator Resistance, what I feel like is the sequel to Terminator 2. And when I was recording it, I actually thought to myself, when they showed the shot of the Terminator stepping on the skull, I just thought, wow, so this is what happens when we use ChatGPT.
Terminator Resistance.
Yeah.
Is that a video game?
Yeah, it's a video game.
I don't know that
Yeah.
one.
That's not the arcade game, right? Where you have like the machine gun. And you just,
So
Oh,
it's,
that's an awesome game.
I love it.
Yeah,
I play it at the local arcade sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's where you play as another character. You play as a let's say resistance soldier, and it's just you trying to get to. Well, you see, John Connor's not in the game. He's nowhere to be found in the game.
They
That I
hate
know
John
of.
Connor.
Well, of course they hate John Connor. He's not important. What does he actually do? The only John Connor I cared about was Eddie Furlong. Was it Eddie Furlong?
Edward
Yeah,
Furlong,
that's the only one I cared about.
The one in the second film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I also
you know
like.
what? The game is fun so far. I will say the game is pretty fun so far. I'm actually enjoying. I actually feel like I'm in the future in the war fighting Skynet. You know, because they give you like your guns and that, your basic guns with bullets, but you can't fight the T-800s. You know, the proper Terminators. You can't fight them yet. It's like, oh, you get this shotgun. You can daze them. You can't kill them. Like, wait, what? I can't kill them? And there's so many Easter eggs in it as well.
I'm actually gonna, based on this conversation, right? They actually should do RoboCop versus Terminator as a movie.
I know.
That
I think
is the movie.
I think
which...
Death Battle did that, and Terminator was.
There was a video game on the Super Nintendo that did that.
Yeah, exactly. So there was going to be a movie at one point. They did the video game. They've done video games a few times. They did a comic book. That's one where the crossover would actually be quite cool. And you only need RoboCop to be set in RoboCop setting, and then Terminators start arriving. You don't need to start saying about John Connor or any of this other stuff. It just needs to be that they're a Terminator. You know, they shouldn't do something weird about RoboCop's on a mission and he's in a lab and he finds a time portal and he's in the future.
Ooh.
It should just be a Terminator is coming back to do whatever its mission is, and RoboCop is the defender. That will be cool. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think.
Anyway,
I think that's a good idea. But I would throw out there, which one would you prefer though, based on like these crossover things with the comic books? RoboCop versus Terminator, or Terminator versus Alien?
Oh,
Terminator?
speaking of that,
how does
there's
Terminator
the new...
versus Alien work?
Apparently there was the Weyland-Yutani Corp got their hands on Terminators, and Skynet made this kind of this Terminator xenomorph hybrid.
How could you do? But one's a wait, like
I
a cyborg,
like a cyborg with a xenomorph skin.
I like that idea.
I do have to add though, speaking of Dave said like Predator, there's a new Predator series is coming to Hulu. It's putting the Predator in all these different historical scenarios where it's going to be Predator versus Samurai, Predator versus Viking, Predator versus all these type of warriors from history. And I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty good. I want the Predator versus Knight.
But have you heard the film version they're doing, where they're having the Predator be the main character? So we're not having human characters. Where we've always had humans fighting the Predator. Like the human is the hero, but this time we're following from the Predator's perspective. So he's going to be the guy we follow through the film.
Are they going to give it a voice? Like, how is this going to carry the movie?
I'm just relaying the information. I don't have all the facts. I just gave that little tidbit.
I think they're going to do where like they don't speak what the other characters do.
That's going to just turn into the show Echo. Do you remember that?
They just do this.
Yeah.
What? Well, they actually just they take off their mask and they're about to have this dialogue, and they suddenly go, "I don't know."
Well, actually, we know that it can laugh because it laughed at the end of the first film.
Yeah, they do that. Oh, they can in a weird way talk, right? Like with the Arnold, it said something, right? Did it say something or just wrong?
They can study languages, and they can learn English for their technology, but they do have their own language.
Now, guys, we're going to have to begin to wrap things up. Dev, we'll come to you because you've had your hand up a while, but just as heads up, probably after this, go for it.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking I want to come up with a series where it's called Terminator Versus, where they'll go into various different universes, and you get to see how characters would react to the Terminator.
I like that idea.
How would the Justice League deal with the Terminator? How would like Star Trek deal with the Terminator?
This is where I think AI is going to allow this to happen. Like we'll get
Skynet in Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I tell you how the Justice League would
AI
deal
would
with
allow Terminator to happen.
just like a captain. There's something on the ship. Just Arnold flying through space. He smashes through the window and goes, "Get out! Get out!"
Yeah, they should definitely
putting
do.
the Terminator in like any superhero scenario is not going to go well for the Terminator because like they usually have like the AI thing. Oh, like in many episodes where just Superman just go bang, Brainiac dies.
Saying that though, they have problems with Amazo, so they couldn't deal with Amazo.
No, or Ultron. Ultron still hasn't been defeated.
Yeah.
In the movie, he was.
That's a film. It's different.
Yeah.
Right, guys. On that note, let's wrap things here, just because I need to have a few minutes before Extreme Improv, because we've done Slam Jam followed by Geek back to back, and so the trifecta will not be over until later. But I need to just grab a quick gap in between. So, Dev, where can the people find you, and do you have a geeky recommendation for the peeps?
They can find me on TikTok and Twitch on the name FWDAT. And my geeky recommendation is The Accountant 2 coming out at the end of the month. Starring Ben Affleck and John Barenthal.
Okay, cool. I've seen the trailer for that many times for some reason. Dave.
You can find me here at Geek Battle and Extreme Improv on various shows, and check out my YouTube channel, Dave MC Gaming, where I do Let's Plays and live streams. Currently, my Black Mesa series is ongoing, and I stream Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And my geeky recommendation is check out Black Mesa. It's a good game, you know, update sort of Half-Life 2 graphics put on the Black Mesa.
Is that the first-person one, or is that the...
First person. First person shooter. Go check it out, it's really good.
Yeah. Cap.
You can find me on Sword Deeds, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in the bucket, and I work with puppets. And recently I did a Snow White sketch, which is the original Snow White reacts to the live-action Snow White and gives her thoughts on it. David, I want you to see it because you're the only other person who saw the movie in this planet.
Fantastic.
My geeky recommendation is go watch Devil May Cry, at least for the Resident Evil references. And you can find me here on Weaver Shows.
Okay, my name is David Pistansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pistansky, spelled P-U-S-T-A-N-S-K-Y. My geeky recommendation this week is pre-order a Nintendo Switch 2, if you can. Right, so with that, until next time, stay safe. Always stay extreme.